Today's Toy Spot, we are having a look at the NECA Toys Escape from New York Retro Cloth Snake Plissken. Snake Plissken comes with a shuriken, his arm tracker, his revolver, his cannon, his little laser scoped silencer machine gun, and he also comes with an interchangeable hand. Another retro cloth figure from the folks over at NECA Toys. This was one I definitely wanted to pick up because I'm such a big fan of Escape from New York. Escape from LA was it's okay. It was just more the same, but the original was classic. Spin around the back of the package. There is an image of Snake Plissken, what he looks like with his jacket. His jacket is removable too, which is good. He has an authentic tattoo on his chest, functional holsters, and interchangeable hand. To check out more from the folks over at NECA Toys, go to www.necaonline.com. That being said, Spot's going to take a break. I'm going to get this opened up, and when we come back, we're going to get a better look at the retro cloth Escape from New York Snake Plissken. There's more heading your way, guys. Don't go anywhere. Stay tuned. As we always do with the retro cloth figure, Spots wants to show you the card that would have had the clamshell holding Snake Plissken in place. This is what the artwork would have looked like on the back. So vintage 80s, so vintage awesome. I love it. I still hold on to these too, by the way, so I keep these. I put them in like sheet protectors. I still got all the ones from the other retro cloth figures, so this one's going to add to the collection. I'm going to put that to the side. And okay, let's have a look at Snake Plissken. I like the fact that NECA would have given us a Snake Plissken. I think this is the only Snake Plissken that NECA has ever released. They haven't done one in a 6-inch figure treatment. Maybe this might open the doors to getting 6-inch versions of Snake Plissken too. But the beauty of when it comes to like retro cloth figures, the bodies essentially, I think there's some variations with the Jasons, but the bodies for the most part are all the same. And then what they do is they just put the fabric over top, they retool new head, hands, and you know, in most cases, feet as well. But it's a much cheaper, cost-effective way to produce figures, and that's why we get more of things like these and less of figures, you know, the 6-inch variety of figures. I love these. I mean, I still love the 6-inch figures more. Just more of a purist. I gravitate a little more towards 6-inch figures, but I love the retro cloth stuff. They've wowed me with the Freddy's, the Jasons. Ghostface was one of my favorites as well. Snake's definitely up there too. He's got the jacket on. He's got the brown leather jacket off, which we will remove. I'll take that off in a second. And he's got his kind of camo pants going on there. Some pockets. The pockets look like you could technically put something in there. Maybe not. They're actually, no, they're stitched shut. But it's the indication of a pocket, so that's good. He's got his boots with the plated guards on the actual boots themselves. He's got one tracker which gives us the time frame that he has left, and then the other tracker we have to put on. Now I won't put it on just yet because I'm probably going to take the jacket off. I like Snake with the jacket off personally. I did that same thing with the sideshow version of Snake Plissken. Took the jacket off. That's just that's the way I prefer it. So actually, you know what, while we're at it, let's take the hand off, unpeg the hand, go ahead and unpeg the other hand. And I'm sure when I do this, yeah, this is we'll just take that off. We're gonna take his jacket off because I wanna show you the other things that are on this snake. And in order to do that, oh, there's a moisture pack, we don't need that. We'll take his jacket off. Now, I just wanna show you what the jacket looks like. It's this faux leather material. I wish my 6th scale Rocketeer had this material. Instead it had that brittle faux leather that just fell apart. Oh, so mad about that. I guess the downside with taking the jacket off is that you do see that the coloring on the body doesn't quite match his face, which is one of the downsides. While we're at it though, I'm just going to move his holster out of the way. I want to lift up his shirt because I want to show you, not his chest, but I want to show you the snake tattoo. And I don't know if it's the paint that's started coming off or if it's the material, the black material from his shirt, but the torso seems off-colored, like there's a little bit of extra black, or it's like the paint's washed off, it's been worn off. But I don't know, because like the tattoo is still intact. There's nothing wrong with the tattoo. So it might just be that this fabric material has left a black, like rub paint on. It's just rubbed black onto the torso, which is kind of a shame. He's also a little lankier too because you've taken the jacket off. It doesn't give him as much of the bulk, but what we can do is we'll put the trackers back on him. Oh, I think this was actually on this side. And we'll take the other tracker, and this one we can snap on. Take the other hands, or take the hands that we started with. Yeah, that's the one downside to this figure, is that the hands, actually this one we can just clip on. The hands, much like the face, are a different color than the rest of his body. Or at least the body that's visible, in this case the arms. So that's kind of a shame. That's the one nitpick I would make about this figure. Because generally, with a lot of the retro cloth figures, they are essentially what the name implies. They're retro cloth. They're wearing cloth all the time. They're wearing. You don't tend to see their arms very often. Snake would be the exception. And as a result, you can see kind of, yeah, his arms are a little on the skinnier side. His accessories, though, I keep kind of wanting to adjust his belt here. His accessories, and he has many. For starters, he has his machine gun with the scope, the laser scope silencer going on there. You can put that into his hand, or you can also take it. And he's got lots of pockets. You can put that in the back holster. Just like, and actually, I wonder if it works the same way as the, I'm going to see if I can take this off. Maybe not. Oh, there we go. I was going to say, I wonder if this actually is the same way as the Sideshow version. Whereas this slides into the front. Let's try sliding it like, there we go. And then the machine gun goes in like that. So that's how you can house it. This is plastic, so it doesn't move very many places. It kind of sticks up a bit. But you can also take his revolver. Revolver sits into his other holster. Very accurate. That's very show accurate. The other accessory he comes with is a alternate hand. More closed. So this would be good for the other supplied weapon, which would be his shuriken. He only gets one of them. One is really only one that Snake needs. He doesn't need many to dispense justice. Nice metallic coloring on the shuriken. I like that. But I think for the purpose of Snake Plissken, I'd be more inclined to probably display him with the machine gun. We'll take this out, and I'm going to display him with that. But before we do that, let's have a look at, we haven't really touched much on his face. The face, despite the fact that it doesn't quite gel with the rest of his arms or his hands and his head match at least. The face is good. It looks like Kurt Russell, without any doubt. He's got the stubble going on, the long hair, of course the trademark patch that Snake Plissken would have. Very nice. Very nice. Okay, so for his articulation, his head is on a ball joint. Shoulders. And Snake actually is a good example where you can see the workings of a retro cloth figure. Because a lot of times, again, like Jason's, Freddy's, they're always going to be having full sleeves. You can kind of now see what goes on inside. Arms move all the way around. Swivels at the bicep. Hinge, single hinge in the elbow. Rotation in the hands, in the wrists. He's got what looks only to be just a swivel in the waist area there. Legs hinge forward and back and out. A swivel point right at the mid-thigh area. A hinged knee. And finally, hinged feet right down to, smallest of details, the little spikes at the tips of his boots. Very nice touch. Okay, so again, like how I'm going to be displaying Snake. I really wish these came with display stands. That would be an awesome touch as well. Retro cloth figures with display stands, yes, sign me up. But we're going to take the machine gun. That's going to peg into place like that. And then we're going to do our best to fit this into Snake's hand. There we go. And in the process, I popped off the tracking, but that's okay. We'll just put that back in. Slide this to the back. And you've got Snake Plissken. There we go. Great piece. It's not perfect. It's not perfect. I mean, the arms, I wish they were a little bigger, but I mean, I understand that NECA Toys wants to use the same body molds, so I can live with that. Kind of wish the coloring jived and matched with the head, but overall, love the piece. Love the piece. Again, with the retro cloth figures, it's NECA's way of giving us more of the figures that maybe they couldn't justify putting into figure form. I know reading like Twitter feeds and stuff like that from NECA, fans are always asking for said character. Can you do this character? Can you do this character? It's hard for producing because a lot of times you might have to cast a brand new mold. Molds can get expensive. NECA has found like that middle way of being able to give fans what they want and still producing figures at a cost that, you know, you may release a brand new mold, create a brand new mold for Snake Plissken, but if he doesn't sell, that's always the hardest part. Retro cloth figures give us the opportunity to get figures that we really, really want, and NECA is not having to produce brand new molds every single time a new figure needs to be produced. So I support the retro cloth figures. I think they're great. They're a middle mark between a high-end collectible and an action figure. Still love the action figures, but I really love retro cloth figures. And Snake looks awesome. Looking forward to putting him on the shelf. Today's toy spot, let's bring the camera in just a little bit. There we go. Today's toy, we're having a look at the NECA Toys Escape from New York, Snake Plissken, the retro cloth figure. Stay tuned, guys. Spot's going to have more toy spots heading your way. Thanks for watching. See you next time.